Today or rather we, are going to look at some people who are the main characters, or at least think they are, because despite, being unemployed and currently not really having a purpose in life, I still think I'm that girl. I have always been and I will always be that girl. Because being that girl is not dependent on where you are in life. It's not dependent on what other people think of you, what other people say about you. It's dependent on how you feel about yourself. So I too get what it's like to want to be the main character or to sometimes actually be the main character. But there are certain limits to being or acting like the main character. Some people are just blatantly obnoxious. And today and hopefully you guys in the comments, are going to decide whether these people are actually main characters or delusional. So without further ado, let's go through all these videos. I'm sorry about that. We're gonna go watch these videos. Yeah.
A potato flew around my room before you came.
I mean, that's honestly quite impressive if we, ignore the whole very, very dangerous aspect of it all and just, the blatant disregard for traffic. This is just talent, and people with a very niche talent will always be a main character. But maybe they should find different ways of, showing that main characterness to the world. As in, choosing a different location, perhaps. Perchance. Yes, perchance. But they have a valid point to feel like the main character. That's all I have to say. Why does the general theme today seem to be that everyone wants to disregard traffic safety? I'm just truly wondering what the thought process was to just be like, hey, let's go walk in the middle of the road together like we're in a rom-com. Nothing about that is main character behavior. It's just stupid. It's just stupid and it's not impressive at all.
Take a sad song and make it better. Remember to let her into your heart. Then you can start.
Oh, I didn't even notice what it was doing.
Hey Jude.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Okay, at first I didn't even know what he was doing, but then when I realized, I was shocked. What was the reason? What was the reason?
What was the reason?
Obviously, I don't know what happened before that person started filming, but to key someone's car like that without seeing, any sort of conflict in the video is wild. And especially because I think that he knows that he was being filmed. Like, he just did not give a single F. Like, he looked deadass into the camera, was like, yeah, and I'll do it again. And something about that, just that pure lack of concern for the consequences for his actions, or pure lack of concern about the fact that people are just watching him do this. Like, everyone can see this happening. Just doesn't care. And there is a tiny little bit of main character behavior in there. I have to admit it. I'm not proud of it, but I just have to be honest. Like, only someone who has a certain kind of bravery, a certain kind of je m'en fous, as they say, only they would be able to do that. And I do think that that is a main character personality trait. Again, I love a person with a niche talent, but time and place?
Oh my god. Time and place.
I don't know what the cultural significance is of the flag at this place. I know it's a Turkish flag, but I don't know if this is like a very important sort of mountain that acts as a monument, or if something historically important happened at that specific place, or if it has some religious connotation. I don't know. I just know that that is a Turkish flag and that it's perched atop a mountain. Perched? I've been reading too many fantasy books. I'm so sorry. I don't know where these words are coming from. So in the unlikely scenario that this flag carries no weight on top of this specific mountain, I don't think it's a horrible place to do that. That is also considering the implication that I think this woman is actually Turkish and not, a white woman going to Turkey and defacing their flag. So I guess it's not the worst thing to do, but I'm really not sure. Anyway, I do not necessarily think this is main character behavior, but I do applaud the skill of pole dancing because I wish I could.
Trick shot.
I get it. I get when rage overtakes you. I used to have those feelings too when I was very young. I remember once breaking a phone because my Flappy Bird lagged just when I had almost broken my high score. So I get losing control just because something horrible happens to you, like something so horrible, like your Flappy Bird high score not being broken, right? That being said, I think it's a different situation when other people are involved, as in you're kind of like ruining the fun for everyone because the controller didn't break, but what if it had? Then, you know, you kind of would have ruined everyone's day or ruined everyone's hour or however long you were going to be entertained with that game. Not a main character. Nah, clearly. I mean, I don't even have to explain that, do I?
This.
Perfect. Oh my God.
Isn't it great?
Chris.
I know, it's my dream.
I have goosebumps everywhere. This is out of this world.
What a birthday. I know.
Is it really ever that serious that you need to be recording the content in the store? I obviously don't have a problem with vlogging. I vlog myself sometimes. But going to a store, like a supermarket, and trying the food before you purchased it in the store and recording yourself is on a whole other level. First of all, I know it's generally looked down upon to consume the food in the store before you actually purchase it. I don't know if it's illegal if you didn't actually purchase it, but definitely frowned upon. And also just why, like, I can't believe you really needed to make the content at that specific moment and not a moment later. And now you're just standing there inconveniencing other people that want to shop in the store. And you know, again, there is something main character about just generally not giving any Fs about what anybody has to say or think while you're out in public, but that's the extent of it.
There is a house built out of stone, wooden floors, walls, and window sills, tables and chairs warmed by all.
The woman was too stunned to speak.
This,
Be nice.
I'm finding it.
What did I just watch? I do not wish to comment. And she was probably the only one having a good time. No, but in all honesty, I do not know what this concert is. I don't know who is performing. I don't know if their music requires you to dance. But generally, concerts are meant to enjoy yourself and music is often meant to dance to. So even if everyone else is sitting, that does not mean that you should shame a person for standing up and dancing because music is supposed to move you, right? I will admit that there were a lot of very wide movements happening, very, extended arms and legs, which may have been a bit extra considering the fragment of the music that I was hearing. Maybe this woman was on something, maybe she just has a very animated personality, but she wasn't really harming anyone, right? And while the fragment of music didn't exactly sound like Charlie XCX bumping that, it also didn't particularly sound like Skyfall by Adele. So some movement should be allowed. Some dancing should be allowed. But if we widen this discussion to the general discussion of, standing up or dancing at concerts when you have seats, then I do think that some of y'all should realize that music, once again, is meant for dancing. Some people will go to a Beyonce concert and will sit on their ass for 3 hours and then complain about the people in front of them standing up and dancing and enjoying the music like it was meant to be enjoyed. And yes, that means that you'll also have to get up if you want to have a good view of the stage. And if it's something that bothers you so much, then I suggest you always get seats that are on the front row where there is no one sitting in front of you. And then you will never have that issue. Once again, I do think it's very main characters to just enjoy yourself, to just not give a care about what anyone else has to say or think about how you're moving, how you're dancing, how you're enjoying the concert. It was maybe a little bit too extra for that specific music, but I will still say that she is somewhat of a main character. Yeah.
Free donut? Just a glaze. Okay. That's these ones here, right? Yeah. Sweet. So much, man. I appreciate it. I don't like it.
I cannot reach over the counter. I'm so sorry. That's cross-contaminating.
I don't like it.
But you're okay. You don't like it? Why?
No.
Wait, but you can. Is this your brother? But he's cross-contaminating. I know, if you could just tell him that you're wrong. It's not, it's wrong.
These are so good.
It's okay. It's wrong. Oh my god. You can't. Yeah, he'll stop.
Can I have a refund?
No, you're grabbing him and just taking. You can't take. It's wrong. It's just
I don't like it.
I understand, but you just can't take things without buying them.
I don't like it.
Okay.
That poor lady, like the employee, she was so sweet and she was so patient with him. The way she said, like, that's cross-contaminating was so sweet and so cute. Like, I love that. Maybe he woke up and thought that he was Ariana Grande in the 2010s and just wanted to have his own donut scandal. I'm not sure, but it did not quite work out as well as it did for Ariana. So sorry. Coming from a fellow white blonde lady, what in the Sydney Sweeney eugenics is going on? It just keeps being funny to me that in a group of that many people, someone will come up with a very random ID and all the other people will just be like, yeah, let's do that. Let's all stand in front of the window at designer and stick our tongue out at this random man for some reason. The reason is lost on me, but I'm guessing there is one, because why else would you come up with an ID like that, right? I think it's hard to be the main character when you and all your friends are copy-paste of one another.
Hey, record that shit.
Really badass.
I get this shit.
First of all, I want to say to all the teachers out there, your job is so hard and so underpaid in many places in the world. And I think you deserve a lot more respect for the work you're doing, because teaching kids is so important. But I feel like everybody kind of takes it for granted or kind of even, looks down on it when really they are some of the heroes of this world, right? Giving credit to teachers aside, I once again do not know what happened in this video, like what caused the teen to become, violent, aggressive, angry. I don't know. I did see that there was some kind of like invasion of personal space on both ends. Like the teacher did kind of like grab his arm at some points. It wasn't really an aggressive way, maybe more in a calming way, but I just don't really know. I don't have all the context clues from this. I don't know the details of the situation, right? So I can't say that, the kid is just being aggressive or the teacher is just trying to calm this very violent, aggressive kid. I don't know. I don't have all the answers. But obviously the teen slapping the teacher was where it definitely crossed a different kind of line and where, I definitely don't approve of that behavior. I don't think anyone in schools or anywhere for that matter should be hitting each other for any reason. So no one is the main character in that situation. I think we should never touch people in any way unless we have their consent, because not only are you spreading germs and dirt and whatever, some people just really don't like being touched. They might have sensory issues, they might, be autistic and just clearly freak out when someone new or unfamiliar touches them. I know this kind of touching might seem very innocent to a lot of people and probably to the girls who made this video, but to many people it isn't. So maybe think about that before you do stuff like that. Right. So no, not the main character.
Wanted to rob.
This is what you want. This is what you want. This is what you want. To be fair, it could be possible that he did not know what a mosh pit was. And if you're thinking, how can someone not know what a mosh pit is? I'm speaking from personal experience. When I was 16, I went to a festival that's, very rock-centered here in Belgium. I went to the festival with one of my close friends who was very into Bring Me the Horizon at that time. So we were kind of like in the front row almost. Now, I'm not usually into that kind of music. I'm a pop girly, I'm a dance girly. I like many different types of things, but I don't usually go to concerts that have mosh pits. So when at some point the lead singer of this band, I don't even know his name, asked to open up the crowd and form a mosh pit, I had no idea what that meant, but I was right in the middle of it. So when everyone willingly started running and bumping into each other, I was very confused, and all I thought was, I just have to get out of here as soon as possible because I was scared. I was frightened for my life. I thought I was gonna get trampled to death. So I'm not sure whether this man or boy just wants to utilize every possible opportunity of getting all the attention on himself, or if he just made an honest mistake and did not know what a mosh pit was. But yeah, not the main character. To be honest, if I sounded like that, I would also never shut up. Is this a tiniest little bit obnoxious and unnecessary? Yes, but I feel like she has a talent to back it up. So, half main character? Like 50% main character. Well, I will say that was a cool trick. It feels kind of sad to do the gender reveal by yourself, seeing as you are not even the one carrying the baby, and to then do it with like a fitness exercise. Maybe this man is an athlete and that's his job, then that would make it slightly better. I just generally get an ick when men work out and make it their entire personality. But then again, I don't know if the mother suggested this idea, if she was on board with it, if she, got convinced after the man convinced her. I don't know. It was cool. It did not pollute the earth or, have potential fire hazard risks. So that's good. I just think it would have been nicer to do something together where you and your wife are the main focal point and not just you. That's just how I feel. But hey, if she's completely okay with this, who am I to judge a relationship for you? That was the last one I will be reacting to today. I learned that there are many more people out there who think that they're the main character than people who are actually the main character. So maybe I need to reevaluate the perception I have of myself, but also I don't really do weird stuff like this in public. So actually, maybe I'm good. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to like this video, to subscribe to my channel, and to leave a comment if you want to see more videos like this. That would really help me out and would also just be greatly appreciated. And I hope to see you again in the next video. Bye!